Whew. Hello, everyone. Whew. So, feeling like I need to take some nice deep breaths today. Um, you know, talk about coming to the end of the year and releasing and letting go of a lot of those old things that keep us stuck, whether it's in an old behavior or pattern or thought process or any of those old stories that we have agreed to, that we've been taught. I was talking this morning about how we're still playing out stories or expectations of our parents, of society, of our friends, of our neighbors, of all of that. And really, it's time to get rid of all of that so that in the new year we can really start figuring out who we are and who we came here to be and what we came here to be. And so, as the winter solstice was yesterday, so the longest night was yesterday. And, like anything, when Mercury goes into retrograde and we grumble, or the Schumann's is really high and we're feeling all shook up, or any of those things, and we grumble because, it's heavy and it's hard, and but what if those are shining light on things that need to be cleared and cleansed? We talk about the saying how the stars only shine in the darkness. And so when we can switch our thought forms or our thoughts and look at these times of looking at our shadows, of shining light on our shadows, so that we can clear them, that we can move through them and past them. It's really a time of blessings. Here on earth we learn so much through the heaviness. And not that we need to keep doing that, but through those old things that we've had or that we've been through or that keep coming up, let's move those out of the way so that we can go more into the light. We can be lighter and feel lighter. A lot of us are talking about how we are just having such a hard time moving right now. So I feel like I'm moving through molasses, and Beth added with loose boots on. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And so remembering to be kind and gentle with myself, and making sure I get under the lights and get my feet in the ion bath, and listening to my body and taking care of myself. So I've got my cacao today that I just really am needing for that nourishment and that heart opening and nourishing the heart. And we are really getting shook up here as the end of the year comes to an end. Hopefully, fingers crossed, things will be better as we step into the new, although as when we start anything new, it can be a little rocky. So, remembering just to keep breathing, keep doing those things. Like we have all these tools and exercises and things, and how much just today doing yoga this morning helped. And maybe we were really slow and we took it really slow, and some of the moves I was like, that just seems like too much work today. But then we sat in the ones that felt really yummy and moved our bodies in ways that just helped to release and let go of old things. Or drinking cacao or tea or any of that yummy stuff. Or stews or soups. You know, we forget how much what we take into our bodies is just as important. Um, and they help nourish our souls too. Um, yeah, listening to music or books or movies or news or whatever it is, that really helps us. Or doesn't, you know. I get a lot of flack for not watching the news. Doesn't mean I'm not informed about what's going on, but the news for me is very heavy. And it's really hard to sit and listen to it, and it gets me upset, and that doesn't nourish me. And as I say, I only have so much energy to give throughout the day, and I'd much rather spend it on people that come to Trinity for help or for nourishing themselves or whatever. I'd much rather use my energy to hold space. Because that nourishes my soul, my heart. That makes me happy. So really look at what works for you. If the news doesn't work, then don't watch it. Finding music on the radio right now that feels good and hits me right, it is hard. I find I listen to CDs or off of my playlist more than listening to the radio. And even commercials, oof, you know, those kinds of things. And as we're moving into this time of being around family or the hustle and bustle of the holidays, or maybe it's just the end of the year, why not take the time to have those little things like music or incense? Or yesterday we did a simmer pot that just smelled so yummy that helped lighten the soul or our spirits. And again, finding those things. I don't know if you've seen the sunsets and the sunrises. They have just been so wonderful. So what are some things that make you happy? That help you shine your light? Because those are the things that are going to help us to get unstuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. My guides are showing me just taking off the boots that are stuck in the muck and maybe finding new ways to move. Um, I love my guides. um, and that's okay. You know, I think we've gotten so into this whole piece of healing every little thing as well, and that can get heavy. And so finding the light, finding the stars, finding what makes our heart feel good. So, for right now, let's do a little meditation. Let's see if there's some things that we can just drop and let go of, that we don't need to carry. You know, I think we get so heavy with our baggage sometimes that we don't even realize what we're carrying. I mean, we don't realize until we drop the baggage of how much better we can feel. So, if you can, I want you to get comfortable, however that looks for you. Good. And if you can, put your feet on the floor if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, that's okay too. Find what makes it nice for you. And closing your eyes if that feels right. pretty Sedona landscape today. So we'll close your eyes and go within and see what feels good for you, bringing forward happy scenes, someplace that feels good for you. And just breathing in, filling your lungs, exhaling, releasing, letting go, nice and slow. Giving yourself permission in this moment if it's safe. To just release. Giving yourself permission to go within as we are moving into winter, and that's what winter is all about. And just keep breathing. We forget how important the breath is. And sometimes we forget how to breathe and where to breathe and to breathe. So remembering to breathe deep into the belly and way out. And again, deep in the belly. And maybe release and exhale with a sigh. I don't know why that feels so good, but it does. So let's do it again. Breathe in deep. And exhale. You have some tension in the neck. Move the neck. Maybe move the shoulders. Crunchy crunch. Oh, yay. Whew. Find some movement that feels good to you. And if it's slow and deliberate, then fantastic. If you need a little more of a boogie in your step, then fantastic. There's no right or wrong, it's just what works for you. And some days we feel one way, and some days we needed something else. It's all good. So settling into that happy place, that place you go to for peace and joy. Feeling Mother Earth beneath you, supporting you. I am safe, I am secure. Find that stillness. Maybe find the quiet. And if it's noisy around you, can you find that moment of quiet? Even as a clock ticks, there's a moment of silence in between each click or tick or talk. And as you find that stillness, if your mind is chattering, just acknowledge it. And maybe acknowledge what it's chattering about. Is it chattering about something that needs to let go and be released? Is there a story behind it? Is it telling you you're not doing something right? Just tell it to shush. If it's bringing up an old memory, your mind is beating you up. Cancel, clear, delete it. Thank it for trying to keep you safe. But you don't need that anymore. And just keep breathing in and breathing out. I started thinking about switches and turning things on in my body or turning them off. So if you can imagine a switch turning off the fight or flight and turning on the rest and digest. Allowing your shoulders to fall away from your ears. And if you've been feeling stuck, imagine, visualize moving forward. And again, any movement forward is fabulous. It can be teeny tiny steps. It can be great big huge lunges. It can be running. Again, whatever works. And whatever works in this moment. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk. It's so quiet. And forget how noisy the world is around us. So to just be able to sit in the quiet for a moment. In that stillness. And maybe being still is all we need. Maybe that's why we're feeling stuck, is because we're being told to be still. This is the time about slowing down, about going within. So maybe that's all part of it. And I know time has gotten wibbly wobbly. So have grace with yourself if time is playing with you. And just keep coming back to this moment. Feeling the sun on your face. The wind in your hair. And as you get still, if there's anything that you can just let go of right now without attaching to it, without having the story, without having to look at anything. Again, breathe in and just let it go. And if you find that you have any aches or pains or stuckness in your body, I like to imagine the air going in, the breath, and the breath scoops it out and takes it out of your body. Oh, good. And just releasing, letting it go. It's all good. And two, I'll hold the stick up. And if you want to imagine blowing that into the stick, you can do that too. Just another way of releasing and letting go. If there's a story that keeps popping up that is no longer serving you, you can blow that into the stick. Somebody's expectations, whether your own, a family member, society, that isn't serving you, blow it out. We were talking yesterday about the strength and courage of these amazing people around us. So imagine if you're having trouble being that courageous, that having that courage, that strength, because you have it. I believe in you. I trust you. Just imagine that air coming into this third chakra, the solar plex, that space right beneath your ribs. Filling up, removing any gunkiness, any heavy energies, any old stories of not enough. Blow them into the stick. Good. Anything else, dig deep. Blow it out. Put that into the fire to be transmuted and transformed. And if you're imagining yourself outside, imagine that sunshine coming in, nurturing you, filling you up. Maybe pull energy from Mother Earth and ask Mother Earth to help nurture you and fill you up with beautiful, amazing energies. Let that sit in there and just do its thing. Good. And taking a nice deep breath, just continue filling you up. And then releasing and then letting that go. And bringing attention to your heart. That beautiful heart of yours. Ooh, lots of good releases. Thank you. Thank you for whatever it is that you're letting go of, that you let go of. But bringing that attention to that light in your heart, the fire in your heart. And remembering that you have sorry, they're saying the right, but that's not the word I want. But you can turn up how much you open your heart or close your heart, how much you let your heart light shine. Or if it's not safe, to shield all of that. But it's about doing it mindfully. It's about doing it consciously and not just completely closing up all the time. or having it wide open in times that maybe you need to have it a little more guarded. But for right now, you're safe. Opening that heart up. Must have had a little sage in my little pot here because I can smell the sage, so allowing that to come in and clear and cleanse as well. And letting that light of your heart shine brighter and brighter, filling you up. Filling you up more and more. Clearing any heaviness. Clearing the energy, shining it into your aura, your luminous field. And if you want to let it shine further out, filling the room, you're more than welcome to. Sending love and peace to anyone who needs it. May you get whatever you need out of these last couple of days before the holiday, if you celebrate Christmas. This last, 10 days of the year? Ooh, not even. Today's the 22nd. So remember your strength, remember your light. And if you want to come back and let your light keep shining, by all means. If you want to bring it all back into your heart, by all means. Remember, whatever you need is perfectly perfect. Because you are perfectly perfect. And whatever is, and it's perfectly perfect. Doesn't mean it's not a little rough. Doesn't mean that it's not triggering. But maybe it's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. Whew. And if you so choose, you can take this feeling, take that light, and if you have something in the rest of your day that you want to send it to, by all means. If you have projects or deadlines that are due by the end of the year, send this energy out into that so that you can get it done with ease. So breathing air into anywhere that you need it. Sending it out so that you can move clearer, that you can move with ease and grace, and whatever it is that you need, may you be it. So next week I think we'll do a little ancestral healing, if I remember. If I don't, please remind me. Please remember to like and share and check out any of our other videos on the YouTube. I love when I add in front of those things on YouTube. May you have the warmest of holidays in this next week. May you find your light and shine it bright. Find your piece of peace. So much love and gratitude for each and every one of you. See you next week.